Well, hey everybody, like we promised, we were going to start putting together some video content really focused on spiritual growth, on helping serve you and bless you. It's really equipping focused. You know, if you're you probably are like us, you're unemployed, or you're adhering to stay-home orders, or you've got some sort of modified work schedule, you got the whole homeschool crowd going on, and you know, it's created a lot of challenges, and we're not able to go to church and participate within a faith community, and it's just made things really weird. It's made things really challenging, and it's probably created a lot of opportunity for the old self to kind of creep up a little bit. It's maybe created a little opportunity for laziness, and created a little opportunity for a real lack of spiritual growth. It's tough to stay motivated and connected because you don't have the song and the band and the fellowship and the people around you, and maybe you're fighting the slow drift like we are, and you're just scrolling, trying to stay connected, and you're looking at the feed and what's going on, and there's a lot of good stuff out there. There's a lot of things, but you know what? Most of the stuff that is like how to stay safe, and everybody's selling masks and hand sanitizer, and everybody's got the latest fitness thing going on, and telling you how to work out and stay fit with no gym, and what they're dieting on, and what supplements they're taking. And listen, all that stuff's great. We do that. But here's where I think we're really lacking, is how to train ourselves spiritually. And so that's why we're putting this stuff together, is to really, because really when you think about it, to be a disciple of Jesus is to be a disciplined follower. It means you're in training. And so like Luke chapter 6 verse 40, he tells us that a fully trained student will become like his teacher. I want to be like my teacher. I want to be more and more like Jesus. So that means that I need to be fully trained. Now, if I'm going to be fully trained, that means at some point we've got to start training, right? Like we've got to enter into this process. We've got to be disciplined. 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 7 tells us, don't waste all your time on all this like godless stuff and arguing and all that kind of chatter and godless ideas, I think he's talking about. But he says, train yourself. I love that, because Paul doesn't say, hey, find a good trainer, find this and do all these things, and go to a church of this, but he says to train yourself. Now, in order to be a real disciplined follower, in order to be that follower you want to be, somebody who's growing and changing, listen, you got to do a couple of things, but you have to do this one thing first. You've got to shift your value system. You have to change and shift values. That's the number one thing. Now, I remember years ago, one of my staff members, during a staff meeting, just straight up told me, Jared, you need to take a break. You need to stop doing what you're doing. I was burnt out emotionally, spiritually, physically. I was just running on overdrive. I was running a business and a farm from home, and we got animals, and we got guys in rehab and all these things. I had so many irons on the fire, and I was just fried. And it went against everything to be like, oh, just take a break, stop and focus on these things. And I remember I took 30 days off right before Christmas, which is like just unusual, right? If you're a church leader, you don't take time off before Christmas. It's just crazy. And so I remember I did the full gauntlet, blood test, physical, did all these things, starting to take care of me, went away for a couple days, focused on just like a physical health regimen, changing diet, all these things. Found out my cholesterol level was 1900. Okay, listen folks, your heart wants to like explode after 200. You're like in danger zone. And I remember people were freaking out. They were wanting to retest, and some doctors were like, what? Nobody's contacted you about like research? Like we should put you in a lab and study what's going on. You're a freak. And like, why are you still alive kind of thing. And I just remember like my excuses. I don't have time. I'm busy. I'm doing all these things. And here staff members like, no, you need to take a break. And my first response, like that one thing inside of me was like, no, what I really need is my staff to do the things I've asked them to do. Like do the things that we have all agreed to do. But listen, listen, that was out of my control. I could only control my own behavior. And I had to shift my value to go, you know what? It's more important, it's so valuable that I take care of me first. And I have to shift some things. And it was really rooted, excuse me, it was really rooted in like this misguided, like sacrificial lifestyle, this attitude that says, if I don't do it, no one will. I've got to do this because no one's going to help. I got to do this. And I drove myself into the ground, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And listen, I had to get back to being a disciplined follower of Jesus. And now, I could have had a different response, right? I could have been like, well, oh well, it is what it is. Years ago when I was riding bulls and people used to tell me I was crazy, I used to say, you know what, something's got to kill you. But now, like, my response could have been like that. But instead, I'm looking at a young family. I have a wife and a mortgage, and I've got kids, and I'm like, I want to see them graduate. I want to see them get married. I want to see grandkids. And so my value system had to change to the point where I'm like, I want to see results. And listen, our approach to our spiritual life is the same way. Do you want to see results? Then if your answer is yes, then I'm going to say, come follow us. Come follow me. We're going to give you a glimpse into things that we've done in our life. Really practical, really nuts and bolts, part of your faith. And so we're going to take you on this journey. It's going to be video blog like this. We hope to keep it short, doable, practical, things you can work on day to day, and hopefully you can include family. If you got kids and they're old enough and you can bring them along in this journey, please do it. Now listen, what are your excuses? What are your excuses? What are the things, the value system that you currently embrace and have that are just saying, no, I can't do this. No, I'm too busy. Listen, we're not too busy. This is COVID-19, okay? You got nothing but time right now, okay? Too tired? I don't know. You don't need to. Right? A lot of people are like, I don't really need to. Listen, put your pride aside, okay? You can teach an old dog new tricks, okay? Don't be so prideful. You need this. Everyone needs it, okay? Unless you're able to walk on water right now, unless you can walk through a door and not have to turn the doorknob or anything like that, and you're doing those crazy Jesus things, okay? You can still be a disciplined follower of Jesus, okay? So all those excuses, I don't know how, I'm too busy, I'm too tired, I don't need to, maybe you're afraid like so many other things, right? Like maybe the diet you started. I don't think I'm going to finish, so I'm just not going to start, right? Like that. Listen, here's the deal, okay? Those things are rooted in pride, laziness, and let's just face it, real poor determination, okay? So let's put all the really lame excuses aside, and let's get started on being a disciplined follower of Jesus. Follow us on this journey. Here's what I want you to do. First, I want you to click subscribe down here on the feed. I want you to hit like. I want you to hit share. Any little button that you can do and push and share and get this out there, please do it. But here also, in the comments section below, we're going to put a link. What you can do, I'm going to do this for everybody. Let's say this. For the first 50 people that sign up, okay? I'm going to send you a free journal reading plan for you to follow along with us, okay? Now, go down in the comments section, hit the link, click on Discipleship, register as a disciple, and we're going to send you the information. We're also going to connect you with a coach that's going to check on you, encourage you, pray for you, and just be a part of this process along the way. Listen, they're not going to yell at you. They're not going to discipline you. They're not going to call you lazy and a weirdo and all this other kind of stuff. But listen, just encourage you along the way. It's going to help you stay accountable. Somebody's just going to, hey, did you do this today? How'd you do? Do you have any questions? What are you learning? What are you not learning? What do you need help with? Listen, we love you guys. We can't wait to see you grow and see God do incredible things in your life. God bless you. See you next time.